Welcome back. Public Hospitals Authority Director Dr. Obinette Roll is clarifying the status of the phased reopening of the Princess Margaret Hospital's emergency department, confirming that key components are already operational with more major upgrades on the way. Dr. Roll explains the critical sections of the emergency department.
Sure. So the critical components that deal with patients who have cardiac issues, we can monitor them, those who need those observations. All of the basic tenets of persons who need emergency system. Now, if you realize emergency room, you cannot move an emergency room in one day. So we did a phased approach. This phased approach happened on the 10th of November. We got those persons in. You notice we would have toured the pediatrics. That is going to happen on November 18th, and then we have a final walkthrough. The delay has nothing to do with structure. You can see that today, or technology. It has to do with the furnitures and equipment coming in. So this is really 2/3 of emergency room that is now going to be operational.
You said
December 18th, sorry.
Dr. Roll confirms that despite the phased approach, the emergency department is officially open with additional sections being activated before the year's end. One of the largest undertakings is the completion or the complete redesign of the hospital's kitchen, which has been out of operation for more than a year due to safety concerns. Dr. Roll says the new kitchen will improve inpatient meals, staff, and visitor dining.
So the first one was November 10th. That was the critical observation bay, the one that we walked through, including the asthma bay for the adult patients. And then on December 18th, so the entire kitchen is being redesigned. So from the time you walk in as a customer, whether you are with somebody in the outpatient or whether you're staff, that whole flow, how you will be able to receive food and sit down in the cafeteria and eat it, as well as inpatient service. So we're moving with new things, like even a butcher station that allows us to even when we procure our goods, to procure them at a price that's lower than what we procure now, because we have our own butcher station, a bakery station to be able to do things for our patients.
Dr. Roll says architectural and engineering plans for the new kitchen are now being finalized, with construction set to begin by the first quarter of 2026. And finally, talk about former NBA star Rick Fox entering Bahamian politics is still a hot topic, but which party will he align himself with is still a mystery. Well, on Wednesday, leader of the official opposition, Michael Pintard, seems to be open to the idea of Fox joining the official opposition.
We have a good relationship with Rick Fox. We have tremendous admiration for him, what he has been able to accomplish over the years, the tremendous attention he's brought to the Bahamas in a favorable way for all of the things that he has accomplished. When I was minister with responsibility for sport, we were having extensive conversations about more than $300 million investment in that particular sector. And again, I was particularly impressed with the networks that he was prepared to introduce us to. Similarly, when we were looking at the long-term development of the film industry, again, he played a significant role.
Last week, when asked about Mr. Fox, Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper said if Fox is a Bahamian, he does not see an issue with him entering frontline politics, but then went on to say that he was not sure if Fox was a Bahamian and he always thought that he was a Canadian. Mr. Pintard shared his thoughts on those comments by Mr. Chester Cooper.
So I think he has a tremendous amount that he can contribute to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and it's regrettable that the Deputy Prime Minister and the PLP would have taken pot shots at him, referencing again his time competing for Canada. We have many Bahamians across the globe who are doing incredible things, and some have done some things under different banners, but they've remained loyal to the Bahamas, and we should reward that.
And that was the F&M leader, Michael Pintard. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jcn Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.